Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Melissa and this is a Twin Flame collective reading. I've already pre-shuffled and selected the cards and reflected on the messages, so I'm going to begin. We begin this reading with the King of Cups. So what's happening is the masculine, who is I'm going to refer to as the runner, is processing their emotions. They're becoming more emotionally mature and secure with who they are. This is because they have been, they've gone inward and they've been working through the pain of the past. So here is the Four of Cups. This is talking about them not open to receiving communication. And it's not just communication from the feminine, who I'm going to refer to as the chaser. They've just completely disconnected from the world around them because they're tired, they're exhausted, they're experiencing an overwhelming amount of emotional pain to the point that it's like it's brought them to this place of near death. You know, it's been so consuming. And because the masculine has been going through this process, they're understanding they're understanding cause and effect. They're understanding balance. And with this, they're able to now, or once they're ready, I should say, when they're ready, they're going to be able to be that much more self-aware, and they'll be able to make healthier decisions for the overall relationship. Whereas in the past, the decisions that they made were from a place of selfishness. So now they're finding their balance and they're healing from the past, becoming more secure, and with that, balance will be had. And this is all ultimately going to lead the runner towards it's going to lead the runner back towards the chaser. And so when the chaser stops chasing and starts to be more conscientious of how much they give, and ask themselves, ask themselves, why am I giving? What is the true purpose of me contacting the masculine? Is it because I'm looking for attention? Is it because I'm not trusting? Is it because I'm being impatient? And these are some of the reasons why the chaser contacts the masculine, even though the chaser knows that the masculine energetically isn't ready to receive communication. But because often the feminine becomes unbalanced, and they've been doing all of this work, they're doing their spiritual work as well, so they're wanting to be comforted, they're wanting to feel, they want to be able to receive in just as much as they give, because they've been giving to the collective. They've been becoming a stronger version of themselves. They're more in tune with their life's purpose, and with that, they're also expending energy. So because it's exhausting, it's natural for any person to seek attention, to want to receive, want to receive in equal exchange for what they're putting out. But this process is all about being patient and trusting, and continuing to move forward despite the discomfort. Continuing to move through that pain, through the healing process despite the discomfort. It's like that. In order for a wound to heal, it has to go through all of the stages. There's no fast tracking the process. Okay, so here And for many people who are on this journey, the third party dynamic takes a toll, right? It doesn't just take a toll on the chaser, the feminine. It takes a toll on everyone, because this whole dynamic was pre-planned, and the feelings, they're all intermingled. This is all the same energy, you know, together, collectively we are one energy. And when it comes to the twin flame relationship, the third parties, this is all one energy. So it's very close to home, you know, because the twins, one human, two human, one soul. So when the masculine, the runner, is involved with their karmic, the feminine can feel it. And so this energy is intertwined, and the whole purpose of having this part of the process is so that the feminine can understand the importance of honoring, it's about honoring and respecting and accepting everything that's happening. And also it's very much about the feminine energy, right? So I refer to this as the divine feminine rising. So here you can see all of this feminine energy, and these women are gathered together, and they're dancing and singing and celebrating. You know, they're worshiping the moon, and they're connecting to Mother Earth, and there's just this loving, nurturing energy that's shared between all of them. And so this is a very, very, very important part of the healing process. And so here we go. This is the defeat. So this is, you know, each individual who's involved within this dynamic, the masculine, the feminine, the karmic, all feeling defeated. But the energy is shifting. There is balance is being had. And this is because everyone's taking a step back. Everyone's looking at the bigger picture and figuring out, okay, where is my role? What part did I play? What can I do differently? What's not working? And so once you've gone through this, right? Because you don't have any control over what your masculine's doing or what's going on with them and their karmic. You have no control over that. All you can control is you and your response to the experience. So are you going to continue to carry this heaviness? Are you going to keep looking back? Are you going to continue to focus on what's happening between the masculine and the karmic? You know, why do you feel like you have to carry all these swords? This is going to be, this over a period of time, like this is going to be very heavy. It's going to take its toll on your energy. And so Spirit's saying, you know, you're a warrior. You're a leader. And part of this responsibility is knowing your limits, setting boundaries, making those difficult decisions, making the decision to move forward. And so that's basically what the Chariot represents. This is Spirit saying, you know, we got you. Just let us lead you. All you have to do is make the decision to move forward and hold that vision and that clear trajectory, and don't look back. And so you can also see here the yin and the yang, you know, the white and the black. This is about balancing the masculine and the feminine. Also, this is also about the intuition. So once the feminine starts to listen to their intuition, to take a step back, to go within, have their personal self-reflection, to become confident, self-assured, independent, then they're going to be preparing themselves for the union, because ultimately the union was created for there to be the twins to come together so that they could actually be a part of making a difference within humanity. So here, this is talking about collaboration, co-creation, a blueprint, everyone working together for the common good. And so that's why the feminine has to go through her or his lessons. Everyone has to go through their own lessons in order for there to be success, in order for there to be victory. And victory will be had just as long as you're being diligent and you're not giving up and you hold that vision. But it's also too about the emotions, right? Because the masculine, we're human, the emotions is like a primary part of our experience. It's about having the integration, moving through the process, and also releasing. So giving yourself permission to cry, giving yourself permission to feel what you're feeling, and having faith. But in order for a person to get to this point, they have to be very clear and direct. They have to be very diligent. And it's about making that decision and sticking to it, saying, I am not going to be negatively influenced by what's going on energetically with my twin. I'm going to trust, and I'm going to focus on my own spiritual development, and I'm going to turn it over. I'm gonna give these worries, these fears, this doubt, this sadness, I'm going to give it to my higher power, the universe, source, God, and I'm going to trust that everything's going to adjust as need be. Because ultimately, this whole entire experience is about making a difference, as I had already said. So this is about the collective consciousness. This is about moving through the phases, completing a cycle, one cycle at a time. Because every time you complete a cycle, every time you go through that experience and you learn a lesson, you level up. So this is ultimately going to shift the collective. And so that's what's happening. And the twins are fully supported no matter what, as you can see here with the Judgment card, this angel blowing this trumpet. The twins are supported. We're all supported. And the twins have a very, very, very important mission. So they're getting more support than they even comprehend. And it's just a matter of whether or not you're open to receiving it. Right? If you're doubting, or you're being impatient, and you're having those negative emotions, and you're fixated and talking fast, then ultimately what's going to happen is you're going to create the resistance. So this is about letting go. This is about just complete surrender, trusting, that's that key word. That's a key word for this reading. Trust. And so so that's basically what's more so. Now this next part of the reading is going to be more geared towards the chaser's energy, the feminine's energy. So here, this is what's happening within the feminine collective. We have the Hierophant. So the Hierophant talks about tradition, structures, indoctrination, any sort of system, patriarchy, any of this. So basically, the feminine have developed certain beliefs around relationships. Some of these beliefs are the beliefs that they have have to do with insecurities, feeling they need to prove their worth, feeling that they need to take on the role of the provider, feeling like they have to adjust themselves so that everyone around them is comfortable. Like the feminine has really had to learn how to shift their energies so that they could survive, and so that they could feel like they were supported and loved and taken care of. So what ultimately happened was the feminine adjusted their energy and became more masculine based on the structure, based on the system that we live in, because the feminine felt that if they didn't do that, their needs weren't going to be met. And so that's one of the things that the feminine's, one of the feminine's lessons. And so this is part of the feminine, is letting go of these beliefs, you know, these insecurities, these fears, the resentment, all of this negative emotion. The feminine needs to release this. There needs to be a final ending to these belief sets, because it's not just hurting the feminine, it's hurting the masculine, right? And so here, this is the Six of Cups. So this talks about the childhood wounds. This talks about the past, even nostalgia. So there is this nostalgic energy being shared between the twins. And as you can see, I just was guided to the center of this cup. You see the cross and this heart. So this is the sacredness. This whole entire experience is protected. It's sacred. There is something, or the future is just around the corner. But the future is only exists here in this moment. You know, it's about going through, moving through, letting go, holding that vision, staying in your imagination, believing that it's possible. So here, I'll show you the imagery here. So this is the Two of Wands. So this is saying for the feminine, you know, you have to have faith. You are a creator. You know, that's part of the feminine's magic, is the creation, is the imagination, the intuition. So this is the main focal point. Oh my God, for the feminine. The focal point is the feminine to hold the vision. Okay, so it's like tapping into that psychic intuitive awareness where you feel it. It's like premonition. You know it's going to happen. This deep, 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 deep knowing that it's going to happen. It already is, because a vision can't actually be actualized unless you believe in it, right? And you know, because so here we go, the Ten of Cups. So this is talking about the wealth, the abundance, and having more than enough, right? But also it's very important right now because the energies are going to shift for the positive. So the feminine needs to stay balanced, and not just the feminine, but the masculine as well. So if you, as a human sharing one soul with another human, if you can maintain your balance and your equilibrium and adjust your energy as need be, and letting and releasing and letting go and trusting that your counterpart is going to do the same as well, then there's going to be this beautiful creation. This is the alchemy. This is the process of turning lead into gold. You know, this is a very sacred, very intricate, hidden knowledge. So the process of actually getting to become a twin flame is very, all those words that I just said, you know, sacred, knowledge, wisdom, you know, all of that fine tuning of that energy and that devotion to actually turning lead into gold. And it's also about receiving the information from our higher power, because we already have this intuitive ability. We already, our souls already know how to do this. We already know how to turn lead into gold. So it's just a matter of awakening to these gifts. But for us to do this, we need to have the separation. We each individually have to go through our own process. And so I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. I hope you found this reading beneficial. If so, I'd love to know in the comments below. And I hope to talk to you soon. And once again, thank you. So we'll talk to you later. Bye.